What up guys, this is your boy Phantom, and today we're gonna tell you everything there is to know about Season 5. Right now, Season 5 is cracking out to be a hell of a season. We've been introduced to the 7 for the first time in like 5 seasons again. Like, so much has happened since Season 5 started again. And I'm gonna hop into a creative and tell you everything we know so far. And when I say that, I'm basically saying my theories that I've developed from watching other YouTubers, some theories. And I have a big theory about Jonesy. I don't know if I'm right, but I think Fortnite was hinting at telling us who was the very first Jonesy before we even knew about the 0 point being exposed and all that stuff in the sandy deserts. Fortnite was telling us who was the real first Jonesy. And everybody's thinking it was Agent Jonesy, but I know it wasn't. And it wasn't even the long beard Jonesy. He kind of was, but he was kind of like the dirty style of the real Jonesy. And I'm gonna be telling you guys who the real Jonesy was. So just keep watching out for that. And I know I'm not as good as the other YouTubers when I say this with all the editing and stuff, but I'm just telling you the basic information that you need to know and why you need to know. So, the first thing that you're gonna need to know is that, well, first of all, we need to start off by telling the new organization that we were introduced to in the beginning of the season. I.O. Like the I.O. guards, short for Imagined Order. See, the Imagined Order is a new organization that is for some reason trying to keep us in the loop of the 0 point. So, if you don't know what the 0 point is, it's basically the main source of energy that runs the Fortnite island. Without the 0 point, there would be no Fortnite island. So it's basically what's running everything. The 0 point is like, think of it as practically a humongous ball of energy itself. So, I.O. and apparently we're all part of the 0 point. I.O. is trying to keep us in the loop. If you don't know what the loop is basically this. Fortnite, the loop is Fortnite. We load into a match from the lobby. We do everything we need to do. I'll be right back, guys, then I'll explain this all to you. Okay guys, I'm back. So basically, what the loop is we load up into a match of Fortnite, we start our game, they load in 100 people or less, a little less, then we all get loot, we all do what we gotta do, then one person is left standing. Then it just loops again, and again, and again, and again. So, and for some reason, the Imagined Order, and I'm guessing they get that name because they imagine themselves to be the people protecting the world, although they are not, and they do not rule over us. The Imagined Order is trying to keep us in the loop, which is the Battle Royale. And this brings me to my first theory. What's gonna be outside of the loop? Well, one theory I've developed on that, I will say in a little bit after I finish explaining. See, the loop, we're supposed to stay in it, and the 0 point is the energy that is powering it. See, if that energy were to be messed with, bad things could happen. See, and now, since Galactus was dumb and he messed with stuff, now the energy is gone. The energy is not gone, but the energy is kind of out of place, not where it's supposed to be. And now they don't want anybody trying to escape the loop. For example, one of us, because if we escape the loop, they don't want us to. And then, so Jonesy's boss told him to go get some warriors to keep us from escaping the loop. Now, we don't know why they would want to keep us in the loop, but maybe I'm thinking to keep everything how it was because they don't want their life to change, and they're okay with it as is. And there's gonna be dangers outside of the loop, because not everything loops. That means when you die, you die. There's no going back. So maybe they're trying to keep human life as is. But see, the 7 do not agree with that. So the 7 has come back for this season. They are the people that we first discovered at the rocket event. And at the rocket event, they even mentioned the 0 point. But you see, the 7 want to get us out of the loop. So I'm guessing the 7 are the good guys. They want to get us out of the loop so we could live our lives. But and I'm pretty sure Midas was doing that too, because the storm is a very big part of the loop, so Midas wanted to push it back. The 7, you see, the 7, they want to get us out of the loop. How they're going to do that, we don't exactly know yet. See, but Midas was trying to push back the storm because he wanted to stop the loop. And Lexa, one of the new FACs, says some things loop and others don't. That explains a lot about how Midas was able to do that. Although when everything loops, we lose our memories. That's why we're not confused about the whole situation, because we've never looped before. So we just think of it as a one-time thing. Our characters lose their memory each time they loop. But some things loop and others don't. That explains a lot. Like basically how all these live event happens and these people could do these things without being looped. That actually explains so much. So that's how people like Midas are able to build big doomsday events and remember what they're doing, because they are trying to help us escape from the loop. But you see, that's a problem for the Imagined Order. That's why they took down Midas and the other people like that, because they don't want to take us out of the loop. They want to keep us in it for some unknown reason. Well, the 7 are trying to get us out. And the Imagined Order is scared of the 7. That's why in the little trailer they told Jonesy, do not draw the attention of the 7. They are scared of the 7, because the 7 is an almighty order. They keep the Fortnite map as is. And now for that thing I was talking about Jonesy. They were hinting at who the first Jonesy was before we even knew they were hinting at it. Remember in the item shop when they let out the defaults, when they were letting out the default skins, and Jonesy was a part of that. They let out the OG Jonesy. His name, it was something like this. It went a little bit like this. The first and the OG Jonesy, or something similar to that. hinting that that Jonesy was the very first Jonesy, not this Agent Jonesy. But why would, if they know about the loop, why would they want to stay in the loop? Or if they don't loop, why would they want to keep us in the loop? Like Jonesy. Because Jonesy's a good person. Throughout the whole storyline, none of his characters have really been bad like that. So I don't think Jonesy really wants to keep us in the loop. So I think Jonesy is trying to trick the Imagine Order, and he's really on our side trying to help the Seven. But now, for the big question, what's gonna be outside of the loop? Well, let me go on something first. If you've ever played Save the World, you know it has a way bigger variety of guns and weapons and stuff you could use and crafting materials than Battle Royale, right? And you know, like, how, like, you're stuck on a specific level, not everything starts. And, like, redoes it, and it's the same thing. You know how it works like that with Save the World? Well, I think one of my main theories is that Save the World characters are outside of the loop, and Penny might have came to Battle Royale to save us from the loop. Because Save the World characters are not affected by the loop. They're even trying to beat the storm. Like, the main idea of Save the World is kind of protecting us from the zombies and the storm. Like, and the storm's a problem. Like, the storm's actually not supposed to be there. So Save the World characters, they're not looped. They live their life, and there's different levels and things they have to go through. And they protect the survivors. I'm guessing the survivors are like us. People who've escaped the loop, but now are threatened by the horrors of outside the loop, like zombies and stuff like that. So I think the Save the World characters, they're not looped. They're the people who've escaped the loop. And Jonesy, I think, you know, in the season 10 trailer where Jonesy was flying through that purple thing, I think that was the 0 point. He was flying through the 0 point. And he made a snapshot of Agent Jonesy when he left. Now, Agent Jonesy didn't want to be inside the 0 point. He didn't want to be left like that. So now he's working with the Imagine Order to come out the loop. Or either he's not working with he's either working with them, so because he was left to die inside the loop, or inside the 0 point, so now he's leaving everybody else to die inside the loop. It's either that's the situation, either he's leaving everybody to die inside the loop because the OG Jonesy left him in the loop as a snapshot when he created him, or he's not working with the Imagined Order at all, and he's trying to save everybody from the 0 point and the loop now. And once he does that, the storyline, I'll say at least, we'll probably still be playing Battle Royale, but the storyline will basically go a little something like this. Like, we got saved from the loop, and now we've been transported to the Save the World map, where they're not looped, and they could do whatever they want, and they're living their life. And they don't have to loop continuously fighting with each other. Because Save the World, the main problem isn't each other. The main problem with Save the World is the zombies. They're fighting the zombies and teaming up to beat the zombies and the storm. So, and you know how everybody was saying Fortnite was planning on making Save the World free? Well, Fortnite might actually still do that. Now, not in the way you think. To help with their storyline, because once if we escape the loop, you know how my theory was that, like, Save the World isn't a part of the loop, that's why they have so much more crafting materials and other stuff like that than us? Well, once we escape the loop, Save the World characters will be like, Save the World might become free for everyone, and they'll continue with the Battle Royale storyline, and they'll try to make up another thing. So that might be how they're gonna make Save the World free. But Save the World might not become free, and this one might be wrong. But I think that once we get out the loop, once that one dude gets out the loop, probably using the reboot vents, because Bunker Jonesy says, I still think those vents are our way out of the loop. Probably, if somebody makes it out the loop, they're gonna help everybody else out the loop. and that's gonna be how they beat the situation. And then Save the World is gonna become free for everybody, because now that we've escaped the loop, we're not continuously looped fighting each other and fighting and fighting, and only one's left standing. Since we've beat the loop, now we don't have to worry about that situation. So then once we've been transported to the Save the World map, the imagined order, they're probably gonna try to find a way to get us back into the loop, most likely using the bounty hunters. But now I don't think Lexa's gonna be one of those bounty hunters, because she said, and those IO guards, I still don't trust them. So either she doesn't trust the IO guards, or she doesn't trust the imagined order. See, this could go two ways. She doesn't trust the imagined order, so she'll break away her bounty from them. Or she doesn't trust the IO guards, and the IO guards are really a secret organization, or one of the 7 that are pretending to be parts of the imagined order, so they could stop them. See, now, I think Lexa knows something about this. That's also why she knows some things Lupin, others don't. That could also explain why people are able to do what they do. See, so I think the OG Jonesy was leaked as the very first Jonesy because they knew this would happen. I also think Save the World isn't a part of the loop, and I also think this live event's gonna be lit. Please make sure to subscribe and drop a like.